Right. And now let me share my screen. Is my screen visible now? Can one of you confirm, please?
Yes, sir.
Lovely. Thank you very much. In our last session, we had in our just a second. Yeah. In our last session, we had an opportunity to look at the positioning of our product, wherein we did understand that every particular product, oblique brand, they occupy certain space in our mind. And this space is called positioning. In our mind, whatever position they occupy in with respect to that brand, that is called positioning. We discussed the other day. For example, if we think about very shining white teeth, immediate name comes as Colgate, because the marketing guys at Colgate have worked very hard across all these years to ensure that the marketing campaigns which they run across across the different channels, they have a common mission. They are oriented towards the common goal of having of introducing a mindset of clean white teeth in the mind of customer. Now, I used two different new concepts in my sentence. One is about the campaign run by the marketing guy at Colgate, and second thing is about the channel. So we will cover that, but I think this is good that we can have some discussion around it over here. Campaign is the marketing campaign is a set of activities which are run by marketing guys in order to fulfill a certain objective. Now, these objective in our case, in our case, this objective is that we need to establish the positioning of Colgate as white teeth in the mind of customer. The set of activities which are run for this could be by means of showing advertisements on the television, by printing advertisements in the newspapers, by running special advertisements during the weekend uh, on the supplementary pages of the newspapers, by pushing across advertisements on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So these are the set of activities which the Colgate picks. Apart from the advertisements, Colgate may select or may choose to bring some expert doctor on a particular TV channel and interview them, wherein the doctor will emphasize the importance of hygiene, good teeth, and all. And towards the end, the Colgate will try to orient the doctor's narrative towards the benefits provided by Colgate. So these activities are part of the campaign. The second word which I used was channel. Marketing channels are essentially the medium which helps the company to run these activities to help the brand reach the customer. For example, TV is a medium. Colgate reaches to its customer who is sitting across in any corner of the India, any corner of India, and it helps them reach by just putting an ad on TV, and it gets broadcasted to everyone who is watching that particular TV channel. Similarly, Facebook is another channel. Instagram is yet another channel, social media channel, and broadly Facebook, Instagram, these are social media channels. Similarly, the channel of print media, which is newspaper advertisements or magazine advertisements, there are weekly and fortnightly magazine wherein Colgate may decide to put in the advertisement. These print media are again another channel. So these campaigns, which are essentially a set of activities meant for reaching a specific objective, help to position the brand name in the mind of the customer. I would like to open the floor for questions now for anyone who has difficulty in understanding about positioning. Please unmute yourself and ask.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Charan, please carry on.
Sir, by the discussion, I got that any product or anything which we have to put in the consumer mind or that particular viewer point mind. That is the main concept of positioning only, sir.
Absolutely correct. Bingo.
It
Yes, please continue.
okay, sir. Okay, I got it, sir.
All right.
I have, but what uh, what is the main difference between the um, promotions under we will do any experiments in the open floor na, sir.
Yes.
It is also a kind of promotions, and we will do ads on TVs and papers. Is there any difference between the two, sir, for reaching the consumers or customers?
Okay, so your question is there a difference between the promotion activities which we undertake on print media like newspaper and the activities which we take for experimenting around on the floor? And when you say floor,
Yes,
you
sir.
mean the company floor, right?
No, not sir. I had somewhere Coca-Cola had an experiment on the customers. They give one Coca-Cola and something like maybe Pepsi or something. They experimented at the huge crowd, sir. Maybe some New Yorker like that.
Got it.
It is both related to same or different. In recently, I saw in news. Samsung and a street called maybe Fold Street, sir. At that street, they created foldable London buses, folded telephone boxes like that, sir. The main concept is to promote the fold tech, sir. I'm thinking, sir, that promotions and this any creative ideas, it is same or different by the
All right.
name. It's
Uh,
a different name.
you have brought about a very interesting point here, Charan. Whenever a company is going to launch a new project, then many a times the companies come across some innovative ways to position this particular product or promote. I would say, I would rephrase my point entirely. When a company plans to launch a new product, either in the same category or in a slightly different category, and I will touch upon this category part. Whenever a new product is getting launched, the company marketing executives, they may plan to launch it in a slightly different way to create a different kind of an impact. Now, let's say Coca-Cola launches a new product which is in the same category like the fizz drinks, carbonated drinks, let's say with 0 calorie, right? So imagine one fine day, Coca-Cola says, we are going to launch something with 0 calorie. So what they will do is they will create a mass propaganda that we are going to hold a massive event at a specific a mall, and or they will say, hey, you know what, the next marathon which is going to be launched, which is going to happen on this day of the year in Mumbai or Delhi or Hyderabad or wherever, we are going to sponsor that marathon, and whoever completes the marathon, and whoever participates in the marathon, we will each gift them with something. So what happens is in marathon or the events, let's say in a mall, let's say on 25th of December, for example, many people will visit. These events are normally planned ahead in advance, and the venue of these events are normally crowded places. So what happens is when the crowd comes, then Coca-Cola will say that, hey, you know what, now I have a crowd here already. I will start promoting my product here. Essentially, this becomes a new channel of promotion of the product. Just like TV is another one channel, print media is another channel, newspapers, magazine, social media is another channel, offline marketing, wherein we hold it in some place, some venue, is another channel. So what Coca-Cola was doing at the place which you mentioned, at the event which you mentioned, was they were promoting the product. Now, positioning is different from promoting. Promoting aligns with the vision of positioning. So if Coca-Cola says that, hey, you know what, we are going to launch a 0 calorie carbonated drink. So clearly now people know that in my mind, I have a position of Coca-Cola that this 0 calorie drink is there from Coca-Cola, which I can purchase and buy. And the people who are attending the marathon, they have not gone there to spoil their health. In fact, people prepare in advance of 2, 3, 4 months to participate in that marathon. On one fine day of marathon itself, on the day of their performance, they don't want to play any kind of they don't want to give any kind of surprises to their body. So these people, however, will know that Coca-Cola has got a 0 calorie thing, right? And someone like Coca-Cola claiming that it is 0 calorie means it has to be a 0 calorie thing. So if I am thirsty, I will. So if I am thirsty, I will go ahead and drink the Coca-Cola on that event. So see, Coca-Cola has planned the promotion event at that marathon for the 0 calorie drink. And why it has planned only for marathon? Because the positioning in the mind of the customer is that it is 0 calorie. So it will get promoted as well. And then it can go ahead and take the feedback and carry forward that promotion activities further. So they are trying to align this promotion with the positioning. Please remember, promotion follows positioning. Positioning is decided beforehand. Promotion activities, they follow in line with that positioning. Promotion activities will be aligned with the positioning of the product. It's not the other way around. Was I able to clear your doubt, Charan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I got it.
Lovely. In the course of the discussion, I mentioned something about the category of the product. Now, when I speak about the category, a single company could have a range of products. Let's speak only about Coca-Cola for the time being. So Coca-Cola has a category of products, which is Coke and let's say 0 calorie carbonated drink. Coke is also carbonated drink. So both 0 calorie and Coke, etc., they fall in the carbonated drink category from Coca-Cola. All right. Now, tomorrow, let's say, yeah, which is very difficult to think of because the way Coca-Cola has positioned itself. But let's say Coca-Cola says that now we want to also venture in the domain of health drinks, right? So that becomes a separate category of drinks from Coca-Cola. And a well-advised marketing guy in Coca-Cola will never try to compromise the same brand as Coke with the health drink, because Coke's positioning in the mind, by now you guys also know, is about carbonated drink. You want to, whenever I want to order a Coke, whenever any of you want to order a Coke, you want to get that burp feeling from inside. Whenever I'm feeling heavy after eating a lot of things, I want to have the Coke for getting that burp feeling from inside. I'm not going to order a health drink under the name of Coke from there, even if it is from the Coca-Cola, because the positioning has been done since we were children. So different category of products can come out from the same company, but it is very well planned beforehand. Shall we move forward now? Now, all the ventures important decisions are very critically dependent on these basic decisions of positioning. Yes, Charan.
Sir, we know about the Xerox, Vaseline, petrol, like that, sir. Xerox means it is photocopy, but we call by Xerox that company name. And Vaseline also, Vaseline we call petrol. It is mainly petroleum jelly, but we just call by Vaseline. It is also comes under the position only, sir.
Can you please repeat your question once again? I'm partly
Sir,
getting it, but I want more clarity.
okay, sir. We know that we call Vaseline, Xerox, JCB, like that, sir. But JCB means earth mover, Vaseline means petroleum jelly, and Xerox means photocopy. But we will call by its own name. But in our scenario, if we get advanced, most of the people will call just Google it. But the main thing is just we have to say that search in the search engine, like that we have to say that. It is also comes under the positioning concept only, na sir.
It is
But here we
I will add something over here. So positioning of Xerox has been done for any kind of paper. If you want to create a photocopy of it, the word naturally which comes to the mind is Xerox, because it has been so much strongly placed in our mind that if someone says, now we don't even call photocopy. Who calls photocopy? I want a Xerox of this, right? So positioning is very strong. So you are correct, Charan. In fact, in your statement just a couple of minutes back, you mentioned that we Google it. You didn't use the word we try to search it in a search engine. No, no. It is not 1995. It's not 2000 also. It's 2025. In 95 and 2000, we used to say, go on Yahoo and search for it. Go on Alta Vista. Now, I don't know you guys even know about that or not. Alta Vista website and search for it. No, we say Google it. Why? Because now in our mind, Google has placed itself as the biggest search engine in the world. We don't even use the search engine word, even though the Google has a different way of getting income. But yes, that's how it has positioned. So yes, you are correct over there, Charan.
thank you, sir. Now I got full clarity about that.
I'm glad. Let's move on. Lifebuoy and Lux are again similar examples. In Lux, whenever we think about like it will help a person get more beautiful. When we think about Lifebuoy, the thing which comes in the mind, oh, I mean, if I have been working outdoors and if I need to come home, I really need to get more hygienic. Yeah. So The positioning of Lifebuoy and Dettol soap also is along those lines. Lux positioning is along a different line. So this is, as I mentioned, that these are critically dependent on these basic decisions. Always positioning comes first. Promotion activities, advertisements, they follow. Please remember this going forward. Any company, now what is the learning for us here? That any company which you guys intend to join tomorrow, or you want to have a short stint with in terms of internship for that sake, or some kind of a journey you want to take with that company as a consultant later, we need to be actually very sure that how is that company positioning itself? If it is a startup, how is that startup positioning itself? Whether it is trying its to double its hands across many places, it means there is a high risk over there for you to join. If you think that, if you see that, hey, you know what, the entire team is focused. When they say that they are working in education, they work in education and they don't try to look anywhere else. Right. So they don't, they won't go and start working on a blockchain product. They won't go and start working on something else, right? So if someone says that we are a pure, blockchain company, then you know that are they, then you can check whether they are actually doing the blockchain only or they are trying to go and trying to get some consultancy on the Android. So that will give you some kind of a clarity because once, as you know, because as you know by now that once the positioning is clear, entire activities of the company, it gets aligned in that direction. All the workforce, all the power, all the manpower, it's aligned in that direction. And with the laser focus, you can think of achieving your dreams in a better way in the company. All right, moving on. By now, I think we have spent quite good amount of time on positioning. Now, positioning, it mentions, it answers the questions, why will someone in the target market buy my product or service instead of the competition, right? Because someone will buy Colgate, even though Close-Up is there, Pepsodent is there, because for me, I don't want, I want a shiny teeth. That's why someone will buy my product. So it's very important that positioning, even though there is competition, we can always try to position ourselves in a niche area. When I say niche, N-I-C-H-E, sometimes I have seen it getting pronounced as niche. I am actually still trying to figure out what the right pronunciation, but I use niche. Please forgive me if I'm using incorrect. Now, in this niche area, let's say there is good amount of competition, and I am planning to, let's say, let's speak about Colgate itself, right? Let's say imagine that Close-Up and Pepsodent were doing very good before Colgate decided to come in the market. Now Colgate sees that even I'm going to sell the toothpaste only, right? So how do I create a niche here? So Colgate said that I want ourselves to be recognized as whiter teeth toothpaste. So good, it makes an entry. Now, tomorrow another company comes and says, say ABC company, and says, hey, you know what? I have also got a very strong manpower. Our skill set is in toothpaste manufacturing. But how should we position ourselves? Now, they will come to you as a marketing guys because you have taken this course now. So now you can suggest them that, hey, look, boss, uh, let's do some market survey first right now and figure out what is the shortcoming of the people who are using the current products related to toothpaste. So that company will say, okay, fine. Now they will ask you, where do you want to do the survey? Being smart, you will say that your counter question will be, where do you want to launch the product? Now, let them do some thinking. Then they will say that, okay, you know what, we don't want to launch across all the geography because there are supply chain issues. We may want to just launch in the southern India because my factory is located there and I want to keep, If I have to fail, I'll fail fast. I will not, try to spend a huge amount on my logistics and additional manpower selling across the rest of the India and the world. So you say, okay, let's pick then you ask about the pricing, that where do you want to price the product for? They will say, okay, they will do some homework and they will say, hey, you know what, these are our expenses. We want to make this much profit. This is the logistic expenses. These are the commission expenses. These are the fees, etc. These are the different royalties. And finally, we want to sell it at 50 rupees. Then you'll say, all right. So if you are planning to sell it at 50 rupees, the customer should have in his pocket 50 rupees to purchase your product. Now, that kind of a customer you can find in tier 1 and tier 2 cities, prominently in South India. So what you will say is, please, let's have this survey done across 10 or 20 tier 1 and tier 2 cities in South India. After you do the survey, which is another beautiful field actually to work in the marketing, and extensive as well, extremely extensive, because the way you design the survey questionnaire holds the key to the further positioning of the product. So let's say after the product survey, the result comes. I am skipping this step of creating the survey queries because it will vary from product to product, company to company, demographies, age, a lot of things, right? So once the result comes, then let's say you figure out that, hey, you know what? I find that most of the people who are using this existing product, they are happy. The elders are happy. Their mother, father are happy. I mean, their old mother, father are happy. The couple is happy. However, many of the kids are complaining, many of the parents are complaining about their toddlers or the kids below the 10th, below 10 years to be complaining about some kind of cavities. So now this person will say, hey, you know what, we are good at correcting the cavities. And then you tell this person that now your positioning of the product is going to be in a micro niche. It's not going to be for everyone. Remember this. It's going to be in the micro niche wherein you will sell it only for the kids below 10 years of age. Now this person will start thinking that, okay, now I have got my micro niche, and then let me try to put it directly and start selling this product. Then as a good marketer, you will advise him that please try to figure out the channel first, because in the last slide, we understood that channels are important to reach the customer. They are important. Why? Because the customers are listening to those channels. They are important because the customers are listening to those channels. Now, when it comes for a parent to try out a new product for their 5-year-old or 8-year-old kid, do you think that they are gonna just look at your paper advertisement and immediately switch over? Kids are supposed to be soft. They and the parents won't risk a new product for that, right? So as a good marketer, you will tell them that, boss, you do two things immediately. First, get yourself certified by a recognized organization, which is recognized by everyone in India. Every person, every resident of India, every person knows about that organization, that yes, this is a trusted organization. If this brand says that yes, if this organization says that yes, this is this particular product, a particular product is good at solving the cavities problem for kids, then I will trust it. So as a good marketer, you will suggest him to get that certificate first and then attach it in the ad, number one. And then as you will give him a bonus and you'll tell him that, okay, I'm going to ask you a premium for you. But as a bonus, I'm going to give something to you. You go ahead and start marketing this product through doctors. So you open a new channel for this product company in toothpaste, and then this gentleman is very happy. He hired you for positioning, and you are giving him a bonus for a new channel as well, right? So you are happy, he is happy, and hopefully the kids in the future become happy, and the parents, right? So this is positioning, finding the micro niche. Micro niche is super important for any product. Now, there is another concept of segmenting. Partly we had just seen when we spoke to this guy who has his factory in South India. He wants to only serve as a test pilot a small, not even across entire South India, just the city of Telangana, for example. So he has figured out his demographic, wherein he says that I will only serve in the cities of Hyderabad and 10 other cities which fall in tier 1 and tier 2 geographic of this particular cities. Then he knows that I have to only serve to the parents of the kids. It means that he's not going to serve his advertisement across to older people, but his audience would be the parents as well as the doctors. Then will everyone purchase this? So since you had been a good marketer and you had advised him, so he knows that no, people should have a decently good enough buying power for this, because my product is at, let's say, 50 rupees or 100 rupees. So I am gonna, this marketing guy, this product guy thinks that I'm gonna put it across to only maybe middle income groups and above. I will not put my ad and risk my ad budget on showing this ad on Instagram or Facebook to people who have a lower income. With this kind of strategy is called segmentation, wherein you figure out what kind of clientele are you going to serve ultimately. You work on the behavioral aspects of the client. So let's say, for example, this middle income guy, where is he normally purchasing his toothpaste from? Now, if this middle income guy is going to purchase it from, if he never visits, let's say, for example, Ratandeep stores, which are known for premium products. So you are not going to spend your money, energy, and time to discuss your product with Ratandeep, because Ratandeep normally, let's say, stores products with higher price range, say, for example. So you are very clear about your product pricing, and let's say then you say, okay, I also know that some of the people who might want to purchase my product may be residing in certain sectors, certain societies, and they will not be in individual houses. Normally they will be residing in apartments and societies. So you start aligning your product marketing advertisement along these lines, wherein you segment the client to whom you're going to serve, and which helps in further streamlining of your budget and your entire marketing campaign. Is the segmentation clear? Anyone can unmute and ask the questions, please, now. Okay. So yeah, I can see a couple of chats. So you can, okay, I think my side. Okay. Thank you, Charan. Yeah, sure. Good evening. All right, I can see in 3 minutes it will log us off. Let's make use of these 3 minutes. All right, here we are. Two related concepts of management strategy must be considered to productively answer the positioning question. And which are those concepts? One is the venture's distinctive competence. Sometimes it's called the, like, what kind of USP you have. When we say USP, we are speaking about unique selling point, or what is your secret sauce. People use different words, but they imply the same meaning. So what is the secret? What is your secret? What is the unique thing which you have, which your competition doesn't have? In the Colgate, in the toothpaste example, which we just discussed, the unique advantage which this gentleman has is his strength to address the cavity problem for the kids. The second important question is it going to be sustainable? When we speak about sustainability, here in our context, what this means is, can we run this product for a very long time? If we further dig down, what this translates to is this. Every toothpaste company needs some ingredients to manufacture the toothpaste. Now, these ingredients start from the basics of chemicals to the packaging industry, the manpower to pack it, the logistics to supply it to the retailer, and so on. So, will I have the question which this toothpaste factory owner has to address is, will I have a sustainable continuous supply of the raw material which is needed to manufacture this toothpaste? What are the risks? Is it something like, if some of the things are getting imported from some country, and tomorrow India and that country, let's say, have some serious differences, and India, in order to uh, dissuade any kind of promotion, it puts a high tariff of import from that country. Will I be able to still manufacture and provide at the same price? If not, can I find alternative sources of raw material for my product? If not, can I have a different strategy to still address the cavity problem? Once the toothpaste manufacturing company gets hold of these answers to its question, it is in a position to go ahead and establish a sustainable business which he can turn profitable over time. Now, I guess Zoom will log us off any moment. So please log in using the same link.